So regarding the Barriich violence, the fact that it has happened, do you think it's a sign of, you know, that the deterioration between the relations between two communities is further deteriorating now? And also, do you think it is a failure of the UP government of not able to
It is a complete failure, but I will go ahead and say it's a deliberate failure on the part of the UP government to control the situation in Bahraich. Yes, Gopal Mishra was shot to death. It's a murder. But at the same time, it is the responsible state government to ensure that any procession which takes place is done under their regulation. They are responsible for it to maintain peace and law and order, which they failed on that day. And then afterwards, subsequently, the burning down of shops, showrooms, hospitals, commercial establishments, which were done right under the nose of the administration, also tells you a clear-cut message that the hooligans and unsocial elements which did carnage and which burned down all the establishments, they were not stopped. Thirdly, this so-called encounter which took place 70 kilometers away from the scene of offense of murder, they were taken over there to retrieve the weapon that was used. And then thirdly, the encounter which took place is in a different area from where this so-called weapons were unearthed. This has become the habit of Uttar Pradesh government led by Mr. Yogi Adityanath, that under their so-called thok-do policy, they take people, either they are shot to death or they are injured. And then in this particular instance, two boys who were arrested, and then had these boys' sister not made that video and told the whole world that her brothers were arrested 4 a.m. from their house, and their arrest was also not shown. Had that video not been made by that lady, I don't know what would have been the fate of these two boys. But then a video comes out which says that these injured boys are being taken by the police. And then the police officer says, "Ke tumne aisa kyun kiya? Tumko nahi karna chahiye tha." What sort of script writing is this? It's a joke. And thirdly, all these shots on a particular place of their leg. I just hope that someday the Sports Ministry of India takes these police officers to the Olympics. They definitely get more medals for India. So encounters will ruin the constitution. You have to run Uttar Pradesh or the country. The BJP is failing to understand this, that if you don't run the country on the basis of constitution, on the basis of rule of law, then it sends the wrong message that we don't need courts, we don't need BNS, we don't need law. If the government of the day becomes the judge, jury, and executioner, that does not speak greatness about that particular government. So these encounters should be stopped, and it is being used mainly against followers of one particular religion. That in itself sends a very wrong message. So all in all, I can say that we condemn what happened in Bahraich, and the UP government has completely failed in controlling things over there.
Sir, just coming to the politics front, I mean, since UP, Maharashtra, and of course Jharkhand elections is also coming in, could you just tell us what is the MIM's plan of action in going forward in these three states where your presence is growing, if I may say so?
As far as Maharashtra is concerned, we have 2 MLAs over there. In the last assembly elections, we came second in many assembly constituencies. In 2009, the people of Aurangabad have elected Mr. Imtiaz Jalil as their honorable MP. In 2024, we lost elections because of some people who were inimical to Imtiaz Jalil, and all so-called secular parties and the communal parties have ganged up to defeat Imtiaz Jalil. But now we have announced 5 candidates over there. Our state president, Mr. Imtiaz Jalil, has written a letter to the Congress Maharashtra president and to the senior leader of NCP that please have talks with us. We also are of the opinion, that is MIM Maharashtra is also of the opinion, that we do not want the Shinde and the Fadnavis government to come back in power again. But they are yet to respond to it. Mr. Imtiaz Jalil had a very fruitful talk with the Maratha reservation great leader, Mr. Jarange Patil. End of the day, our party will have to contest elections. Now, after doing all this, if the other parties do not come forward, then that is up to them. But as far as our party is concerned, we have announced 5 candidates, and we'll have to contest elections in different constituencies, and that will be announced very shortly.
So what about
As far as Jharkhand, yes, our party has given the responsibility to Mr. Adil Hassan of Bihar and Mr. Riazul Hassan Afandi, who's our member of Legislative Council Hyderabad. They have gone to Ranchi, and very soon they'll be deciding and let me know. In Uttar Pradesh, in the 9 ensuing assembly by-elections, in 2 assembly constituencies, AIMIM party will be contesting the elections together with our sister Pallavi Patel's party. In the remaining other assembly constituencies, she will decide where her party has to contest, but jointly will be contesting in Uttar Pradesh.
So last question, in these coming up elections, because we've seen in the past, the BJP is now in a dicey position. Even they've lost the Jammu and Kashmir, but Haryana they scraped through. How do you see that this battle? Do you think could be a turning point for BJP?
Where every assembly election is an important assembly election. Every by-election has its own importance as far as that particular state is concerned. But yes, everyone was hoping and expecting that the BJP will lose in Haryana. That didn't happen. Now it is for the main party, which is Congress party in Haryana, to do their own introspection and to find answers to why they could not win. Obviously, they should have won that election, but because of their internal problems in their own party, the result had come different. As far as Maharashtra and Jharkhand is concerned, we don't know. But in Maharashtra, as I told you just now, our state president had written a letter, and he's open to talks, but we don't know what the alliance partners of that alliance will decide. But we as a political party, we'll have to contest elections. We'll